up, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? I am doing absolutely lovely. I'm not even joking with you guys. If you actually checked out last video that I actually posted, you understand what I'm saying when I say I am doing absolutely lovely. In fact, the whole team is doing absolutely lovely. Even in the free signal group, they are doing absolutely lovely. You know what I'm saying? So these past 4 days have been let me just get straight to the chart. If you're new, welcome to the channel. We trade Nasdaq over here, and if you're returning, welcome back. Make sure you smash the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? I really want to do an NFP analysis because the previous video that I dropped is just like a weekly analysis of Nasdaq, but right now, as you can see, we actually have movement right now, and tomorrow is going to be NFP. So you actually want to know what you'll be looking at. And when I made the analysis, we did not have all this movement here. We were somewhere here, I think, and right now it makes more sense to analyze for NFP because look at the chart. But let me just start by showing you guys what I'm talking about. This was today. So this is in the free signal group, and as you can see, I actually told them to join our trade in the inner circle. We took the trade from here 1, 2, 3. You know I'm a big fan of adding positions to winning trades. I don't add positions to losing trades because if the trade is in drawdown, it might just go against me, but if it's in profit, it's showing me that it's respecting my analysis, and I would add entries to my profits. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, we just added entries to our trades, and we were locked in. Yo, just look at this movement. No, look at that movement. We killed Nasdaq. Okay, this was all today. That was yesterday. That was the day before yesterday. We took a sell. Absolutely lovely sell. I think we've just only had 2 trades this week, but the results were absolutely lovely. And obviously, you know, all the signals were dropping in the inner circle. Yes, sir. You know that they were making money. I am super chuffed. I'm super happy, guys. But then I did analyze everything in the previous video, so I am not even going to go over all of this. And right now, as you can see, that the trade is still moving. We actually took a buy today. Right around about this zone. We took a buy around about this zone. Right around about this zone where it broke out that thing. We left just now, so it's not like a bad trade. We left just now, and then we added entries. Obviously, you saw the entries that we added, right? We waited for the market to break this zone, and then when it broke, we obviously know that it's going to go to the top. So we added our entries over there, and then I think that is around about where I gave the signal in the free group for everyone else to join us. But then let's just delete all of that. We don't need all of that right now for NFP. We just want to see what we're looking at tomorrow. So non-farm payrolls, obviously it's important for you to look at what the news is saying, whether it's a bearish news, whether it's a bullish news, and for that you have to go on the calendar that I actually showed you, investing.com. Go and look, and you know, NFP, you need to really dig deep into those things, but I'm not going to analyze like that. I'm just going to do a normal technical analysis for NFP. I'm not going to be doing, you know, and personally, I don't think I will trade NFP because honestly, I don't want to give back the pips that I just took from the market back to the market. You know what I'm saying? So on Monday, when I did drop the analysis, or on Sunday when I dropped it, right? You remember I was telling you the market was right at that zone. It was right at that zone, and I told you guys that we want the market to come and retest this value gap. I literally say that it should come and retest this value gap, and then we will now look at what the market wants to do after it has come to this zone. So obviously, you know, we did take the sell from here. We took the sell from around this zone, and we dropped with the sell. We dropped with that thing. And then when it broke, obviously the trend line, we added entries because it broke. You always add entries to winning positions, not to losing positions. And then what did I say? I said it will come and play around at this zone. Now you want to wait for it to retest if it breaks and closes, right? It broke and it did close, and then it retested. So those that took the trade here, they were in profit, and those that chose to take a buy at this zone, you remember I said you should look for this zone. I said you look at this institutional candlestick, it might be respected, right? You saw it, that one. If you go on the previous video, I did say all of these things. So if you did take a buy on this zone, you are still in profit with us. And those that took a sell, you waited for the retest, right? It broke, you waited for the retest at that zone of the trend line, and then you took a sell, you were still in profit because you would have left around about, wow, this is like an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a couple of hours you could have left the trade, right? So either way, if you watch the analysis, you would have been in money. So right now this trend line has been disrespected. As you can see, we don't need it anymore. It broke, retested, it came back down, and then it could not retest right now. And this is a 4-hour candlestick, so obviously it's not like it's going to, how many hours, how many minutes left? Oh yeah, it's left with like 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 hours to close. And I doubt that within 3 hours it will drop and close outside of this zone and then make that a week. So just viewing from the point of view that this candlestick is going to close bullish like that here. And remember guys, I'm always telling you that we are on an uptrend, right? We are on an uptrend, and right now I just deleted that trend line because we don't need it anymore. And then you see the market is coming to threaten our highs again. If you notice that Nasdaq is really doing this, it's like on Thursdays and then Fridays it threatens the highs and then it breaks them. That's not what I'm saying NFP will do, because you need to wait for the market, you wait for confirmation and then take the trade, right? So what are we saying? Okay, let me just delete this also. What are we saying, right? Let's go on our time frame, right? On a larger time frame. You personally, I want to trade NFP on a lower time frame. I don't want to trade on a higher time frame. You can use the strategy of going into the trade where before NFP, and then that's risky. That's risky to me, in my opinion. I always want to wait for the retracement and then I'll go in. Like NFP, like you know, it comes out at 4:30, right? And then 1, 2, 3 minutes it just pushes and then it kind of like retraces. Normally it then continues in that direction, just it goes right, and then it pulls back a little bit, and then I want to join that movement, like to show me the direction it wants to go, and then I join the movement and then I go on. But what are we saying right now? Look guys, right now Nasdaq is coming to threaten the highs that we had over there. Oh, I actually can't draw a trend line over here, but then this is like a 1 hour time frame, right? This is lovely. I can draw a trend line over here, and then you can see there's a high chance that it's going to come and get rejected at this zone. So this is what you're going to be looking at. Look if it gets rejected at this zone, and then it will have to come and retest, right? So this is like on an hour time frame. You can do it on, I don't know what, a lower time frame, you can do that also, but on a 1 hour time frame, that's what I'm saying. You can see we have this impulsive move here. The one that happened today, this is an impulsive move, right? So I don't know how the market is going to close. Maybe it will push to the top, breakout or whatever, but I'm saying if it rejects at this zone and then it comes back to retest this institutional candlestick that we are here, this would be our point of interest, right? So we'll have 2 points of interest. Let's say it just closes and plays around this zone. We're going to say if it breaks out of our highs, closes outside of them, you obviously don't want to sell. Why? Because it's at the highest point, right? You always want to buy, because just because the bulls have hit the highest peak does not mean they're ready to hit back to the band. I'm always telling you this. So at this point you want to buy. You wait for the break, wait for a retest, you want to buy. If NFP comes out with so much momentum, just breaks, don't buy there, because it hasn't closed. It will go up and then form a week, come back down. You want to wait for a break and a close. But if it rejects here, comes back to this point of interest, this institutional candlestick, also wait for it to get rejected in this institutional candlestick, and then the next candle that will form, then you might take that one. So it's Friday, the market will take long to close. Don't want to risk your whole account on that. And then as you can see on 15 minutes time frame, we have a lot of these candlesticks, so it might be really tricky to use a lower time frame. Like I was saying at first, these would be really good. And then it's also valid. Why? Because you see this trend line here, it broke out of it, really just formed a little build up, but did not retrace it. Like in actual fact, didn't retrace it. So you might just want to look out for the retracement of this zone. So those that are wise, they can look at this rejection here. If you know your price action, if it's rejected nicely, you can enter a sell and come back to this point of interest, or you wait for it to break and close, take a buy, or you actually wait for the market to just come to this point of interest and then take the trade. I think it will be pretty simple. Let's just wait and see how it plays out, but I think this will be a really simple and a really smooth trade. So guys, that's what I have for NFP. Let's be careful in the market tomorrow. You don't want to risk your whole account on that. It's really not worth it. But if you Well, no risk, no Dubai. Don't listen to me telling you that it's not worth it. But then in forex trade, you really don't want to risk your whole account, guys. Come on. You always have opportunities on Monday. The market is always going to be open. If you're not sure for the trade, just leave it, because it's better to have capital to trade on Monday than to blow it off on NFP that you can always trade again. But if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Smash the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? With that, it's been Tino, and I'm out. Peace.